Good morning and welcome to a very special hangout on this Easter Saturday. A difficult day because the events of Friday have happened and the events of Sunday are not yet here. So Saturday is a waiting day. Our 50-second challenge today is to see if you can stand up, and you have to sit down as close as possible to the end of the 50 seconds. The music will be slightly different, but the numbers won't be on the screen, but the music will be slightly different so that you have to sit down before it gets to naught, but as close as possible to that naught as possible. If you're still standing when it hits naught, you failed. But can you be as close as possible to that naught? Okay, so the 50 seconds starts now. How did you do? Did you get close to 50 seconds? This was a day for waiting. A lot of people were waiting that day. There was the disciples, Peter and John. They were waiting that day. And the others, of course, there was 9 others. Judas was no longer with them. There were some women. Lots of them were called Mary, and they were waiting that day. There were guards guarding the tomb, waiting. They were waiting because their bosses had said, we want to make sure no one steals the body. So they were waiting to make sure no one came and stole the body. There were the religious leaders. They were waiting. And some of these people were waiting nervously because in the last week and in the weeks before that, Jesus had done a lot of teaching, and Jesus had told them that he would be put to death, and on the 3rd day he would come back to life. So they were waiting. I wonder how they were waiting. If some of them were waiting, hoping that it would not happen. Please don't make it happen, because if he came back to life, that would turn the world upside down and it would be so bad. Some perhaps were hoping that it would happen because it would turn the world upside down and it would be so good. But they were all waiting. Are you good at waiting? Waiting for different things to come? Are you good at remembering God's promises? Because Jesus promised that he would come back on the 3rd day. Jesus promised never to leave us. Jesus promised to forgive us. Jesus promised to do good things for us. Jesus promised to give us his Holy Spirit. Jesus promised all sorts of things. Do we trust in Jesus' promises, even when we have to wait? I hope you have a really good day today. Practice waiting. See if you can get really good at waiting exactly 50 seconds. See if you can do that. And we'll see you tomorrow when we have a very special Easter Day service. An Easter Day service from 10:30, when we will be having a family time. Lots of activity and stories there at 10:30. It will be there on the website, also on Facebook and on YouTube. So do join us at 10:30. And we do have one more hangout that will come at sunrise tomorrow morning. So do join us at sunrise. Have a great day.